to Nightshift.
On today's show, we head out to every Apple fan's favorite convention. It's Macworld and the Nightshift crew. We put together some creations to take to the floor.
We did?
Oh, yeah.
We have our own Nightshift products, accessories.
We got guys working day and night in the back.
Scientists with their laboratory?
Yeah, it's just me, basically, by myself.
That's what I thought. San Francisco's favorite bike messenger, Squid and Blaze, also on the big program today.
We talked to director Eugene Jarecki, the winner of the Sundance 2005 Grand Jury Prize for his film, Why We Fight.
But first, we got Macworld for all the Mac daddies. We're here at Macworld 2006, where thousands and thousands of people will do anything to get a piece of what Steve Jobs is cooking.
It is exciting. I'm always excited about what Apple's doing. There seem to be a lot of people exhibiting iPod accessories and cases.
And Blinkit is the iPod safety light. And you just plug it in, it turns into a flashlight. It has an adjustable mirror system that lets me redirect the light either in the forward direction as a flashlight or to the sides for safety.
We make protective solutions for Apple computers. Products such as the iPod that you probably know, the various computers, the laptops, the 15-inch laptops, full product range actually.
So what are one of the reasons why you guys really love Apple products?
They're always bringing out different things that you wouldn't expect, and at the same time, they're just innovative and sexier than anything else out there.
Well, sexy is one thing because we decided to develop a few of our own Apple products in-house, so we wanted to see what you guys thought about it, okay? So if you give me a second. So the first product we have here, we like to call it the Apple Eye Scrub. Now, it's an iPod with a piece of soap connected, so why don't you hold on to that, Nessia? And tell us, what do you think about that?
I'm not quite sure.
Would you use this product at home?
I don't think so.
Do you normally pose like that in front of the camera? You're kind of putting your... Okay, This is an iPod accessory company. Now, we decided to create some accessories of ourselves for the iPod, and we wanted to see how you guys felt about them, okay? Okay, we wanted to appeal to, all different types of crowds, so we have the iPo Pimp.
Oh, that's mine, right?
It's an iPod blinged out on a chain. Now, turn around, it spins.
It has
spins.
spinners?
It spins. Spin that thing. Spin it.
Whoa. Wait, hold on. It's stuck.
Okay, and just to complete it, why don't you can you put on the hat for us?
Yeah,
all right. We got our iPo Pimp here. Now, you're working off a lot of calories. Do you like fast food?
I would have to say not really, but I do fancy every now and then a fruit and yogurt parfait from McDonald's.
Oh, well, how perfect could that be? You know what? To complement that, we actually have something from McDonald's out. I don't know if you know, but Apple has their own product. It's called the Mac Mini, so we decided to merge the two. Here for lunch, why don't you have a little Big Mac Mini? Can you take a bite out of that for us? Just take a little bite.
I think that's a little bit more than I can chew, but I'll take the Mac Mini,
okay,
thank you.
All right. What we created here is the eye lotion. So when you watch your videos, you got a lotion dispenser. Why don't you, here, put your hand out real fast. Oh, it works, baby. We don't mess around. We make quality, high-level products here.
It's pretty handy.
So I'm sure you're gonna get all sweaty and hot, and I'm not trying to hate on you, but I figured this might help you out. It's called the Eye Scrub. It's an iPod connected to a, so here, can I scrub your back with it? All right. Mama, are you looking at this? Now, you got your iPod, you got your video playing, and you got your lotion dispenser. Would you use this at home?
Perfect. I'll tell you how I'd use it. First of all, I'll scrub, rub, listen to my iPod in the tub, then put on my eye lotion. Then when I'm all fresh and clean, woo, ready for the club, blinged out. I love it.
Okay. I'm a happy man.
Don't go away, or you'll really be sorry.
We decided to create a film festival that goes against the grain. Yeah, we're a primary entry point in domestically in the country. It goes Sundance, Slamdance, us. The San Francisco Independent Film Festival can rescue a lot of these really great, strong films from young 20, 21, 22-year-old directors with no movie stars. We created a boutique festival that always has between 40 and 44 programs so that it's possible to see everything and nothing will get lost in the program because it's so big. If you've got 150 films and George Clooney attached to one and Sandra Bullock with one and Matt Dillon with one and Keanu Reeves with one, if you've got an indie film with no stars, you're going to get buried in the program. So you're actually better off finding a smaller film festival that will give you greater visibility within the context of the festival. So that's what we tried to do here.
IndieFest started in 1998 when I was working with a guy who had his feature film shot in San Francisco, playing at Slamdance. His movie played there, his feature film called Caged. And then afterward, there was no place in San Francisco that he could play it. He didn't have a distributor, so the Roxy wouldn't play it, the Red Vic wouldn't play it, Landmark wasn't going to play it. The other festivals in town were either like a niche genre of some kind, like the Gay and Lesbian Festival, the Asian American Festival, the Jewish Festival, Latino, etc. And he didn't really fit into any of those niches conveniently. And that's what made us want to do it, or made me want to do it. I was thinking that there were a lot of guys out there like Rand, you know, whose film is just not really, doesn't have any other place to play.
Because of the nature of San Francisco and independent film, edgy is always good. If it's art, it's going to challenge and disturb. As a matter of fact, Jeff Ross, the festival director, and I feel that we failed if we don't have any walkouts during the festival. If Matt Dillon's in it, it's going to play at Sundance. If Matt Damon's in it, it's going to Sundance, and on and on and on. If it's just a really talented actor that you've never heard of, then it's very, very hard for that to break into any kind of public visibility. We're in a position where we can actually hook up filmmakers with the industry and celebrate independent film. I mean, this is not a movie star festival. We don't invite the stars. We invite the directors. We're more interested in the primary creator, the vision, the visionary who put that work and spent every cent they had and more and racked up their credit cards to get their story on screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, front, left, right, back again. Who is it? Violated people in the house again. It's the people, yeah, back again. For the very fourth time. Don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. Bring that back to the top, man. Yeah, you like that, right? I need to hear that from the top. Yo, Bad, bring that back. Yeah, back again, for the very fourth time. Don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. It's a new year, okay, got to confess. Like I ain't smoking no more, but ain't smoking no less. Back again, yeah, reversing any curses. Back to jumping in crowds, spilling drinks on chicks' purses. Dilated people, back again, back again.
The crew never left, but came back. Amazing. Like tomorrow on these yesterday cats. Learn to stay vested and strapped. Yeah. Stay awake and out of the federal state traps.
Yo, we back again.
Kinda like Bush and Blair. Some were scared, some would just wish they cared. Never too late to prepare, cause many things you fear have been in place for years.
Back again. Who is it? Dilated. In the house again. Set to pack them in. Ladies and gentlemen, front, left, right, back again. Who is it? Violated people in the house again. It's the people, back again.
For more titles, rings, and plaques. belts, trophies, and banners, and things like that. Like that. Oh, definitely like that. AMC, dilated people. Hey, yo, Rock, I don't think they understand, man. Yo, bring that back. Back again. For more titles, rings, and plaques, belts, trophies, and banners, and things like that. For the passion and stacks of this cash, we played through pain, mostly come home to switch bags. Back again. To get my squad back on track. Staples in the parades, I'm talking back to back. It's dilated and we're back again.
Yeah, they stuck us different. And rain was on the way because the weatherman predicted.
In the house again.
I ain't getting wet. Kick a hole in the speaker, pull the plug. Still my people showing love. Think different outside the box. Y'all want a lot of a little, we want a little of a lot. In this world, evidence, all I got's my words. Spinning 33 and a third to make the DJ spin it.
Dilated peoples and all that.
Everywhere we go now.
We the rough, tough, and dangerous. The hardest working artists can't hang with us.
All around the world.
In 80 days from LA, telling have-nots to have it your way. Get it.
All the people know now.
NY to PA, ATL, DC to VA. Come on.
Everywhere we go.
Competition can't spit, so dilated run through them like rapid trance.
Everywhere we go now. I'm dead serious. With the best damn rap show, period.
Up next, Eugene Jarecki. Don't go away. Ever since Fahrenheit 9/11, documentaries seem to be all the rage. Following in that line is Eugene Jarecki's Why We Fight. A documentary about the American war machine, Eugene tells us his thoughts on his award-winning film.
Now, kids are dying. Billions are being spent every month.
And the American people are scratching their heads going, how'd we get here?
This is not about one president or one party.
When does the United States go from a force for good to a force of imperialism?
My name is Eugene Jarecki, and I'm the filmmaker of the new film, Why We Fight.
We've got an empire. There is no excuse for 725 American military bases in 130 foreign countries.
I think numbers almost are distracting.
The film derives its inspiration from the farewell address of Dwight Eisenhower.
We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment.
I think never before and never since has any president ever spoken as truthfully to the American public as Dwight Eisenhower did on that day.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
A confluence of power between industry, the defense industry in particular, and the military, which could have a sort of overarching impact on the way decisions were made, for example, in Congress.
$66 billion for our men and women in uniform.
$100 million to upgrade 10 additional B-1 bombers.
You do have to follow the money.
It's the representative's duty to bring home the bacon.
God bless our contractors.
Dwight Eisenhower predicted aspects of the military-industrial complex. He may not have fully predicted the role of think tanks. The think tanks represent kind of a fourth arm of the military-industrial complex. They are very often run by and represented by academics who bring to the study of foreign policy all of their academic credentials. These are unelected people that the public is completely unfamiliar with, having an extremely significant role in affecting public policy. And it's that very kind of risk of an unelected faction that could take over the policy apparatus and have an undue influence on it, as Eisenhower warned. One of the things people have asked me is sort of, what do you hear from Americans when you go around and ask them? And we did that in, maybe 30 or 35 states. Why do we fight?
Fighting for continued freedom. That's the only way we're going to have it, I think.
At the same time, when I would then scratch the surface and sort of go one question further, I found that people were somewhat at a loss.
I think that I honestly don't have an answer for it.
I think we fight for ideals and what we believe in, so I hope that's what it is.
That they're conditioned to say freedom through a lifetime of thinking of America as a force on the side of the angels, a force for good in the world.
With the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, we are the new Rome.
I think the most crucial thing for Americans to realize is that this country was founded as a republic. It broke off from an empire, and the idea was not to repeat the errors of past empires, namely Britain at that time.
The United States is the greatest force for good in the world. We have not an obligation to go out and start wars, but certainly to spread democracy and freedom throughout the world.
Policymakers after World War II looked at the world and thought, having just seen the ravages of totalitarianism, who better than the United States to control this potentially savage world? The problem comes in, what are the costs of having done it to us, to our own soul? That essentially empire is the enemy of our republican liberties. Do we want to be an empire or not? And are we so interested in being an empire that we are willing to sacrifice our very republican ideals for that?
We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
It is nowhere written that the American empire goes on forever.
Squid and Blaze, they've been friends for hella days. Their bikes are all they've got. Squid is lazy, Blaze is not. Squid and Blaze.
Dude, so Gina has like really shiny hair and her eyes are like laser pointers.
Laser pointers?
Yeah, check out this annual growth here.
Stay still, I'm almost done. So, Gina's hot, huh?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a fiesta in my pantalones tonight.
Squid. So where are you going to take her?
I'm gonna take her over to Elvin's. It'll look like I got the scratch, but little does she know, I got the hookup.
Nothing like chicanery on the first date, dude.
Chicanery schmicanery. It's all about proper etiquette, good impressions, and freak dancing in Pleasanton.
Stay still, I'm almost done. Great, you're never gonna get this haircut.
You got the squid here. Oh, hey, baby. Yeah, you excited about tonight? Me too. Yeah, all right. Hey, I'll see you at La 7. Okay, mwah mwah, bye-bye.
Who's that, dude?
Oh, dude, that was Cassandra.
Cassandra? As in Cassandra?
I totally forgot I made plans with her tonight.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you just made a date with this girl Gina who you just met when you already had a date with Cassandra?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Dude, let me go out with Gina.
No way, dude. Get your own date.
It's very John McTeague of you. You want to go out with both Gina and Cassandra on the same night? You better find a way to figure that out or lose both Laser Eyes and Cassandra.
Hey everybody, Squid and Blaze here. Just want to take this moment to say thanks for all the love and the overwhelming support you've given us. We really appreciate it.
And thanks for all the emails.
Yeah, now tonight we have a special opportunity for you to pick the ending of your choice on this special episode of Squid and Blaze.
That's right, we have 3 alternate endings for you guys to choose from. A, Squid clones himself and goes out with both Gina and Cassandra at the same time. B, Squid lets Blaze go out with Gina. Or C, Squid goes out with both girls at the same time.
Ooh.
So send your emails to the address at the bottom of the screen, and after the commercial break, we'll air whichever one gets the most votes.
So vote now.
But then, there's another handy way to get around and have fun doing it. The Renault Dauphine. Watch for the fun car with the balloons. First, see the Dauphine's maneuverability in traffic. Look how it gets around, how it corners. Special axle design does that. And see how it accelerates and climbs. Driving economy gets up to 40 miles a gallon. Parking? The big car couldn't get in the space. But watch this. With the Renault Dauphine, everybody's an expert. Lots of room for you to park inside. Handy as roller skates and twice the fun. Even has a city horn and a country horn. Aye. That's the Renault Dauphine. At any of 600 coast-to-coast sales, service, and parts headquarters. Won't you try it?
All right, guys, welcome back. We have the results on the ending that you picked for tonight's special episode of Squid and Blaze.
Thanks for all the emails, and by a narrow margin, the winner is A. Squid clones himself and goes out with both Gina and Cassandra.
All right, let's check this out.
Hey, you still got that clone machine from Kwanzaa?
Hey, you know what? I do. I totally forgot.
All right, we'd like to thank all you at home watching our show. Thanks for the support. We appreciate it. Thank you.
And don't forget to check out our website, thenightshift.tv, and let us know what you thought about the show.
All right. Thanks.
Don't forget to tune in next week because we've got a very special show, number 13.
Number 13. You know, I'm sick and tired after 12 episodes of you sitting in the center. I want to sit in the center.
You've been in the center for
basically
this entire run.
Why is it all about you?
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.
Later. Yeah.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors then.
Okay. I
Whoa,
beat you.
Whoa.